For translations, translation is a slide of an image. So you're shifting it left to right or up and down. The original figure is called the pre-image, and the new figure is just called the image. You must mark the sides of both, all the sides. So A would be the pre-image, A prime would be the image. This is not an apostrophe, this is prime. To move a figure left or right, you must add or subtract to the x. Why do you think that is what it is? The x-coordinate runs left to right. The x-axis runs left to right. So x-coordinates lie on the x-axis. They run left to right. So if you're shifting left to right, you have to add or subtract to the x-coordinate. To move the figure up or down, you must add or subtract to the y-coordinate. Why is that? The y-coordinates lie on the y-axis, which runs up and down. So if you shift up or down, then you're going to be adding or subtracting to the y-coordinate. Some people say you run before you fly, you walk before you get on the elevator. Coordinates are written x, y. So you run before you fly, or you walk before you get on the elevator. Whichever way it's going, that's if you're moving it that way, that's what you got to add or subtract to. So let's look at this example. If you move coordinate 7, 2, 5 places left and 3 places up, what would be the new coordinates? 5 places left. Which coordinate do you mess with when you move left? When you move left or right, you add or subtract to the x. So left on the number line, is that subtracting or adding? Subtracting. So we're going to subtract those 5 places. We're going left, so we subtract. 3 places up. Up is with which coordinate? Up or down, you must add or subtract to the y-coordinate. So when you go up, you add, and we're going to add 3. So this is the formula that we're going to be using to change the coordinate. These are always very good to be able to write because this may be a question on an exam, or it can help you figure out how to move an entire image with multiple coordinates. So it's always good to write these down first before you start doing your work. We're going to write down our coordinates. Start there. You're going to show your work by plugging in the x and plugging in the y to find the new coordinates. So x is 7, and to the 7 we subtract 5. Y is 2, and to the 2 we add 3. Now you can find your answer. 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. There may be a time when you have to plot this as well. So if you need to plot it, if you have the graph, you need to plot the new coordinate and label it. Here is another example. How about 6 places down and 8 places up? Down is which coordinate? Down is on the y-axis. Down is subtracting, and we're going 6 places. Up is the y-axis. So, and up is adding. So then we're going to add 8 to the y. So follow the same format. Write down your original coordinate. Show your work by plugging into the formulas you wrote. 7 is my x, and I don't do anything to the x. 2 is my y. I'm going to subtract 6, but I'm also going to add 8. My new coordinate is 2 minus 6, negative 4, plus 8, 4. And then if it asked me to plot, I would plot on the graph.